One. Welcome to Inhumans Reviews. I'm Adam.
And I'm Josie.
Go and this. How long?
I'm Peter. Welcome to 30-minute reviews.
I wasn't even looking at the video stream, so I didn't know what was happening. So
That was really hot, but it was worth it though.
I'm gonna end up with throat cancer. So let's hope this really
You can't get throat cancer from hot
I
liquids.
definitely heard that somewhere. Maybe it's from Michael Douglas, who also thinks eating pussy gives you throat
All
cancer.
right, then if that's true, I'm definitely getting throat cancer.
I was like, did you ever see how
Wait.
there's a Family Guy?
Wait,
That wasn't what I was going for, but okay.
I meant
the hot liquids.
the hot liquid one.
I think Josie's overreacting a little bit.
No, it was really, really funny.
No, I think it was definitely. I didn't mean to word it that way, but it did. The sequence, how that sentence came out, definitely made it seem.
Did you ever see the Family Guy bit about that? Like, it was like Michael Douglas simulator, and it's like, oh man, I got throat cancer at the end of it, and he goes, oh, it couldn't have been the years of drinking, the years of smoking, and like all this other stuff. It must have been when I ate pussy that one time. But like,
Oh wait,
where were we
I
even
went
starting?
to the.
How did we even get to
I
this?
went to cancer.org, and then the headline is World Health Organization says very hot drinks may cause cancer.
There
But
you
then
go.
the next line is but drops coffee from list of possible carcinogens.
Okay. Well, it makes sense
But I
if you
think-
drink a very like, let's say you drink like a bottle of soda that's been in your car for, and like the stuff in soda is gonna give you cancer anyway. If it's
And
hotter-
basically, things that are above 65 degrees Celsius or 149 degrees Fahrenheit. But I drink my coffee from very hot, so I feel like mine might be like that.
I don't drink anything that hot. I think I'm immune from cancer. I think that's how.
All right,
Fair enough.
it's all mindset.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think I'm ever gonna die, so I won't. But I if I do die, ever.
Just like if you stay away from the doctor, there's nothing wrong with you.
Exactly.
Yeah, no one gets diagnosed with cancer if they don't go to the doctor.
Just like I said to my mom, if I ever die, I want to be buried in 2 separate mausoleums. I want to be, but the thing is, I don't want to be cremated. I want like my torso and head in one mausoleum, like for no one else, just my own, and then my legs in another mausoleum on the other side of the country.
I want to be fed the sharks or another animal.
I want to be in a tree pod.
Oh, one of those things that they put you in the thing and they grow a tree out of it.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Same.
That's really what they
Josie,
should. That's what they should
we're
do now. Like they
We're
should,
giving ourselves back to nature. You're just building a mausoleum.
it's
Also,
that,
if a tree grows around my bones, it'll be really hard to exhume my body.
So you can like do one last crime.
No, I just don't want anybody to touch it after I'm dead.
Well, that's if you're cremated anyway. It's just like, yeah. Well, if you're cremated,
No,
that's
because
gonna happen.
if I get cremated, they don't do it right away. They're like, let's wait a few weeks and then cremate them. But
That's
who knows
not
what's
all
happening to my body
So
when?
you be touching
At
your
that
body the
point.
whole time.
Yes.
They don't just wait a few weeks. They're just like, okay, well, the funeral's in 2 days. Like, let's just grab some sawdust from the yard, put that in the urn, and they'll have no idea. They'll cremate whenever we feel like. That's not what happens.
When you get cremated, you don't actually. It never gets hot enough to actually turn your bones to ashes. They had to put your bones through a grinder to actually make it look like that ash.
Nice.
Fun fact.
Yeah,
Mm.
that's our cold open this week. On accident.
What's the schedule for today?
Well, we only have one real. Well, we had 2 trailers come out in the last week. Rick and Morty season 3, and
Woo!
um,
I'm excited
the
about that.
I'm excited about that. And apparently, it's going to be the darkest season.
My problem with the trailer is the trailer plays too much into stuff we've already seen.
I think that's smart.
Like, they showed a lot of footage from... I'm not saying they should have shown more footage that we haven't seen yet, but showing a lot of footage that we've already seen in out of context just feels weird. Like, it feels like you're playing us like we're idiots.
Playing as a what?
But I'd
Like
rather that than have stuff that I like don't want to see and then I see and then it's ruined.
No, that's true.
It seems like there's a whole episode where he's a pickle. That was a fun part of the trailer.
That's what happened in England, actually, with Doctor Who. The end of last night's episode was spoiled by the BBC in advance because of the BBC's regulations on advertising.
Lol.
Because any billed cast member has to appear in promotional materials. So they were going to have the big reveal at the end of the episode was going to be like Peter Capaldi's he's regenerating at the end of the Christmas special.
Mm-hmm.
And in the Christmas special, the guy who played Filch in Harry Potter, who played William Hartnell in the docudrama about the first season of Doctor Who, he's playing the first Doctor in the show. So he meets the first Doctor. But that was spoiled by the promotional materials for the that would have been a big reveal at the end of this episode had they just done it correctly. But they spoiled it there. So like I do like that. They don't do that here with spoiling major plot points in trailers, unless it's the Oscar. Where they show you the climax of the movie in what's it called? In the like the clip about the movie, they show you the climax every time.
Mm-hmm. Did you see the clip of Justin Roiland getting actually drunk for the play Rick?
No, I didn't see that.
There's one episode this season where Rick gets extremely drunk, so then they're like, you should actually get drunk when you're recording it, so it makes it sounds more real. It's really funny because he just keeps going off script.
That's funny.
I have to see that. I'm looking forward to it. It does come back on the 30th. But on the other side of the trailer coin, you have whatever clusterfuck Marvel put out this week with the Inhumans. Did either of you watch this trailer?
No.
Well, here's the problem with the Inhumans. I think we've talked about in the past the troubled production history around this project. It started out as part of the Phase 3 slate, where it was going to be the first movie after Infinity Part 2, which we now know is going to be Spider-Man Homecoming, like the next Spider-Man movie, next movie after Infinity War.
Mm-hmm.
So they moved Inhumans, said we're not doing it anymore, we're going to do it as a TV series. And my thought was, oh, okay, that makes sense, because they started doing the Inhumans on, what's it called? On Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So
yeah.
it makes sense. It works in it works in that pocket of the Marvel universe, but it wouldn't really fit well into the Marvel Cinematic Universe as we know it. So this TV show, they build it as like it's the first TV show ever filmed in IMAX and stuff like that. It looks
Who cares?
awful. Like the first cast photo came out. The guy who plays Black Bolt doesn't look imposing. Like Medusa looks vaguely like she could be a member of the Addams Family. It just looks off, the whole thing. The CGI on Lockjaw is awful, and Lockjaw is a giant dog. The effects that they're using for Black Bolt's powers is awful too. This is just gonna be awful all around. So yeah, I had very little hope for this going in. I have less hope for it now, and they're going to. This is going to be, if it fails, this is going to be like the last thing for Perlmutter. They have to get rid of it if this fails, because the Inhumans pushing the comics failed, and then this failed. Why is he still there if this doesn't work? So yeah, so yeah, that's really it for this week's real news stories. We get to do our box office review.
That was a good schedule recap.
Yeah. Our box office for this week. What opened this week? Last week was Transformers. That was it. Transformers bombed right out of the gate. I don't know if you guys saw that.
Yeah, it only made like $8,000.
Yeah, it was awful. So this weekend, the top grossing movie was Despicable Me 3, which is to be expected. It made $75.4 million. Number 2 is Baby Driver, which is fantastic, by the way. Number 3, Transformers, at $17 million in its second week. Number 4 is Wonder Woman, still hanging in there. Wonder Woman was number 2 last week, down to number 4. And then number 5 is Cars. Beauty and the Beast is somehow still making money in theaters. I don't understand how that happened. So is The Fate of the Furious.
Because it's super duper cute.
Yeah, but it's out on DVD.
Yeah, but I want to see it on the big screen. My house, my TV isn't that big.
Just sit closer to it.
No.
Okay.
That causes cancer.
House isn't doing that well.
That ruins your eyes. It doesn't cause cancer.
It causes cancer, just like sitting in front of the microwave.
And besides, if you already have glasses close to the TV, it'll offset what you need glasses for now. It's double negative, and it's positive. Save you money on laser surgery. Problem solved.
Cheap laser surgery.
Peter, you're kind of a doctor. Isn't that how it works?
Yeah, probably.
So next week is the big opening of Spider-Man Homecoming, which will take the top slot. It's doing pretty well with critics. Let me see how that's going while that comes up. It was at 93 last I checked on Rotten Tomatoes, which it's been a very strong year for superhero movies. The weakest so far has been Guardians of the Galaxy, like by a long shot. That was the worst superhero movie this year. I don't think Peter's seen any of them yet besides Logan.
Nope.
Yeah, Spider-Man Homecoming's at 94% positive right now, which is like huge. So the
Jay-Z has a new album out.
Yeah, no, I saw that. I was like, oh, that's.
But he only released it on Tidal, which only 4 people have. I didn't even know what that was until I wanted to listen to a new Jay-Z album, and then I couldn't.
The only time you've ever wanted to listen to a new Jay-Z album. Like, oh, let me try this out. And then it's like, no, you can't. It's on Tidal.
But I haven't been in one in a while.
Yeah, that's true. Well, that's the problem with all these independent music sources. They're just like, they will do it through their own thing if you own your own service. Because really, why wouldn't you? It saves you money. It's better for you to do that.
Yeah. Also, did you see DJ Khaled got booed off the stage?
I did not see that.
That was really funny because he actually tried to do real music because he doesn't do any. If you ever listen to DJ Khaled's song,
I've
he
heard
just
him scream
screams.
his name several times.
Yeah, that's what he screams his name in the background sometimes. But he wanted to prove he's a real musician, so at a festival he started playing music, and people booed him off the stage.
Nice. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. He's not that good. So E3 news. We've been threatening to talk about it now for 3 weeks. We wanted to get this out of the way before Comic-Con and D23 happened. Biggest story coming out of E3. Number 1.
Do you want me to give a recap and a rundown of everything that was said in the entirety of E3?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so Xbox Battlegrounds. I made notes on this shit. Battlegrounds is coming out in the fall. That was a computer game as well as State of Decay. They're going to be Xbox exclusives. I'm very excited for Battlegrounds. Assassin's Creed's new theme is going to be Egypt. Minecraft with the new Xbox. It was Project Scorpio. It's now the Xbox One X, acronym Xbox, is going to have a super duper graphics pack. Like, that's the name of it. It's going to have backwards compatibility all the way to the OG Xbox. Battlefront 2, NBA Live, first in 2 years. Let's see, Anthem, better than the last BioWare. Doom VFR looks really cool. It's a virtual reality. They're having issues with Oculus, so they may not do it through Oculus. They may come up with something else. New Dishonored with a new character, so that sounds pretty cool. It's going to be a guy. Nintendo, there's going to be
down, by the way.
Say that again?
Nintendo won E3 hands down.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I 100% believe that. There's going to be the Metroid Prime. It'll be number 4. The last one was 10 years ago, and it's going to be on the console. There's going to be a Pokemon game on the console. Very exciting. It's supposed to be coming out in a year. Now that looks awesome. There's going to be a Super Mario Odyssey, and that's on October 27th. That's the release date. That looks awesome as well. Zelda DLC is coming out June 30th. It's Champion's Ballad.
Came out at this point.
Has it? Oh.
Yeah.
It's
It's July 2nd.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, it came out. Kirby is coming out next year. Yoshi coming out next year. Rocket League, first. This is going to be the first handheld to be able to run the game. Nintendo won E3. Sony, Monster Hunter World. Huh?
I said Sony shit the bed completely.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, they had nothing. They absolutely had nothing.
Except for Spider-Man.
Yes. So they had Spider-Man that's coming out next year, but they don't have anything. They don't really have any games that are coming out like this year.
Yeah.
They're going to miss this year's holiday season completely. Monster Hunter World is coming out for Xbox and PC. God of War, new one. Lots of DLCs, no big games. Virtual reality, though, they're supposed to be coming out with a bunch of new games. There's The Impatient, and that looks cool. For me, that looks like it would be worth getting a PlayStation 4 and doing the virtual reality for it, because holy shit, that looks awesome. And it's supposed to be super scary. Okay, so then there's Brave Team, which is a shoot-'em-up game, and Star Child, which is like a children's game, I think. They're going to be putting Skyrim in virtual reality, which is awesome. And then Final Fantasy, and it's a fishing game out of them. Correct me if I'm wrong, Adam.
I think it's a DLC for Final Fantasy 15 that expands the fishing minigame within the game.
Okay. It looked like it was all about fishing, so I don't know if that's anything to be too excited about. And then Marvel versus Capcom. Yeah, so that looks cool.
Yeah,
and they have the demo out now, which is pretty neat. And then, of course, Spider-Man. And then Ubisoft had Mario and Rabbids. That's coming out on August 29th.
I saw the trailer for that, and everyone's reaction was just like, "Why? Like, why do we need this?"
Did you ever see?
It looks kind of cute.
It looked like XCOM.
I've never played the Rabbids games, but it looks kind of cute.
Me and my friends, I think I played 2 of them. They're a lot of fun. They're just like mini games, but they worked very well with the Wii. I remember that, and they had like Rock Band style things at the end of each like level, where you had to like play the instruments. So those games are pretty fun. So if it's like those games, then I would support it.
Yeah. Okay. And then there's The Crew 2 in 2018, which is a racing game. And then Far Cry 5, February 27th. Fractured But Whole. Very excited about this. October 17th. They are also planning to release phone destroyers around the same thing. I'm assuming that that's going to be a phone game. I didn't really look into that too much. But
that's a South Park game.
yes.
Yeah. And if you buy the Fractured But Whole, you also get the Stick of Truth for free.
Oh, haha.
Very exciting that it's finally going to come out. Okay, and then there was Transference, Skull, and what is that? Skull and Braves? Bones? I don't know. Skull and Bones. It looks like Assassin's Creed, and like the last one that just came out, the Pirates one, but apparently it isn't. It looks exactly like it, though. Steep Olympics Winter Sports, that's coming out. It's supposed to come out right before the Winter Olympics. They showed off a lot of their designers and developers in the whenever they were showing their games. They'd be like, "Hey, come on up! This is the person that did this." And there was a lot of tears and crying and love all around, and that's what their entire presentation seemed to be about. And news is Nintendo's scaling up production of the Switch because they could not meet the demand. They thought that it would be more like when the Wii U came out, so they didn't produce masses of it. They are trying to now, though. They didn't really say anything about when they're going to be starting to scale up things. They're just saying that, we're working on it. I'm assuming that it's going to be for the holiday season, though. And Pigman is coming out on DS and supposed to come out for the console in the future. I know that was a big one that people were excited about. And there was also news that a new Halo was in the works, and a new Gears of War is in the works. Gotcha. That's everything.
Also, the things you missed, Metroid 2 is getting a HD remaster. Like the Metroid 2 from the late 80s, early 90s. The SNES.
Yes. There's also going to be a Metroid that's coming out on the DS.
Yeah, that's coming out for the DS.
That was my question. I do have that's my newest console, is this 3DS.
I do like 3DS. It's the console I can consistently buy games for. So fucking.
I've decided not to buy a PlayStation 4. Mm-hmm. That was hinted at a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
But I don't think I will, because I thought it would make me play video games more, but I don't think it would. So I'd rather not spend the money on it and just keep what I'm doing on Steam. Because my laptop can handle any Steam game I can buy, so I think I'll just stick with that.
I don't think your laptop can handle like GTA or something like that.
I think it can. Let me
maybe
look at the requirements,
but not.
I think
like
it can.
5.
What do I need
For 5?
Yeah.
Like my desktop can barely handle 5, and it's a $600 desktop.
All right. Well, this is a $4,000 laptop, so.
Oh. Who is excited for Minecraft in 4K with their new special 4K graphics?
Why do you need 4K Minecraft?
They're coming out with a new 4K graphics thing. That was the super duper graphics thing that I told you about.
Isn't that the point of Minecraft, that it doesn't have or the graphics are like not good?
No. That is not the point of Minecraft.
Did you buy the Telltale Games Minecraft story thing?
No, I didn't.
Also, Mario and Luigi Superstar Sega Director's Cut is coming out later. Pokemon Tournament coming out later this year, and Pokemon Gold and Silver are being released onto the virtual in September.
I don't know if this was an E3 or not, but probably not. No, it wouldn't be. Arc on July 4th is releasing the, what is it? It's not Scorched Earth. It's Bedrock. They're releasing the Bedrock map on for the consoles. It's been out on the computer, but it's going to be on the consoles. I'm excited for that. That should be cool.
So now, I do have a few things that I want to address. Number one, why the fuck is it now the third year in a row we have Skyrim being announced for multiple consoles?
Because it's wonderful. Hey, do you know that Skyrim's supposed to be on Nintendo?
Switch? For the Switch. Like,
very cool.
He's like, Skyrim came out 10 years ago. Last year they announced Skyrim for the PS4 and the Xbox. This year it's Skyrim for the Switch, Skyrim and Isn't Fallout
because
also getting a VR?
because Skyrim is awesome always, forever. Like, don't be hating, ho.
I'm not gonna buy Skyrim again. I've already bought it twice. I'm not buying it again.
I think it'll be cool for the virtual reality. Now that would be cool. I wouldn't buy it for the Switch. That'd be stupid, especially since everybody's already got it on their computer and their main console.
Yeah.
So, and they bought the new revamped one, the beautiful graphics one that they did. So
The next gen one.
yes. So I don't think they'll see a lot of sales in that. At least
No, I
not on
think
the Switch.
there is exclusive Nintendo content on it. Like,
The only way that they would get people to buy it on the Switch is if they made a 2-person, 1-screen little do-up of it. But if not, then no. Everybody already has it in all the places that they need it.
But I think the number 2, Atari. This is something we didn't touch on. Atari announced they're getting back into the home console, and they plan to release a home console.
I don't think this is gonna go well for them.
What is the new console?
They didn't say. They're just working on a new console.
I love Atari. I'll probably buy it.
I think this is a sign that there's a crash imminent. Like in the video game industry.
Breaking news. I went to systemrequirementslab.com where it runs a program to see if you can run video games, and I can run GTA 5 on my laptop.
Will it actually run, or will it be like 10 frames per second?
It can run. Hold on. The only thing it suggests I upgrade is my video card.
Yeah, the only thing.
That's it. Everything else, perfect.
But like,
but I'm in the 61st percentile, so that should be good enough.
I think Atari getting back into the home console market is a sign the industry is heading toward another crash.
Why?
I don't think so. Because
no.
Besides Nintendo, like Sony and Microsoft, like it's not like they're gonna go bankrupt from Xbox and PlayStation.
No, I do think that here's the thing, Josie, what did Microsoft announce at this E3 that is exclusive to Xbox? And when I say exclusive to Xbox, I mean only on the Xbox console that also can't be played on your computer. I remember last year, almost all the games they announced were also available on PC.
What are you saying? Ask your question in a better way.
Okay. Last year at E3, Microsoft had the issue where they announced a bunch of games, but all the games they announced last year were not only available on the Xbox One, but also available on the PC.
Okay.
This year, how many games did they announce that were only available on the Xbox that you couldn't also get on?
I don't know.
Because the thing is, I have an Xbox One S. What reason do I have to buy a if I don't have one? What reason do I have to buy an Xbox? What sets it apart is the question I have. What sets an Xbox apart from a PlayStation? That's the question that people are going to have to ask themselves when they go in to pick a console if they don't already have one.
I think that what people are going to be excited about, or what the way people are going to pick, is just what they've always been doing, which is, hey, which one? Oh, I've always done PlayStation, so I'm going to get a PlayStation. Or, I don't even know, did the PlayStation even announce a new console? I didn't hear anything.
No, Sony did not announce a new console.
Okay, so maybe they'll go with an Xbox, because this new Xbox 4K thing is pretty freaking awesome. And it's supposed to have increased download speed and upload speed and wonderfulness all over the place.
See, personally, I don't think that they should. If I
Ooh,
were,
and they're going to be, like I said, they're going to do backwards compatibility all the way back to the Xbox original, which is going to be freaking cool. And PlayStation probably would not do that because they want you to buy all new games. They don't want you to do anything that you've ever had ever before.
They only do backward compatibility.
So that might be something that people are interested, just so they can go down memory lane with some older games.
No, they re-released them on the Virtual Console occasion. There's a bunch of PS1 games for PS3, and PS4 has a bunch of PS2 games, but not too many.
Yeah. No, they're supposed to have it like always available all the time. And then
Well, it's only a limited selection. It's not all. It's not like the Xbox 360.
Oh no, but it's supposed to be like the main games that everybody's always loved. You know, the super popular ones like that. Obviously, they're not going to put on some podunk little game that nobody liked, like Harry Potter or something. I don't even know if that came out on the Xbox, but I know that came out on the PlayStation. So they probably won't have that, but they'll have like fun games.
And no, the Harry Potter games are backwards compatible between 360 and the Xbox One. Like the later Harry Potter games, for 360, they are backwards compatible. But that's the thing. This is one of those things that it's cool asterisk until we see how it's implemented. Because
I can't hear you. You're really breaking up.
It's cool, like until we see how it's implemented.
Gotcha.
Because like I think there's a chance they're gonna do it the way they did backwards compatibility for Xbox 360, where only some games were backwards compatible, but not all.
No. To my understanding, anything that you have right now is supposed to be backwards compatible. Like where people are buying since the 360, buying games just online and downloading them and not having the actual copy of it. To my understanding, you're supposed to be able to just access any of those games that you've had and potentially buy other games. Like, I don't think that you're going to be able to go out there and buy every game that you've ever wanted that you've had, because that'd just be unrealistic. I mean, how could that even work? But it'll be like the main ones that people really want, and anything that you already have is what I'm getting from it.
Now,
that you'll be able to just, like, say you bought, what came out on the Xbox 360? The
Viva Pinata.
Okay.
Halo.
That Halo, like, because right now it's backwards compatible to that.
Right.
The Xbox One. And you're supposed to be able to, if you already have it downloaded, and probably that's going to be a game that you can just go on and buy if you don't have it downloaded, that with the Project Scorpio Xbox One X, you're going to be able to just go and download it again to start playing it. Like, most things are going to be backwards compatible. Like, all games are going to be backwards compatible for the most. Like,
now, is this exclusive to
90%.
Is this exclusive to One X, or am I going to be able to do this on my One S? Like, do I have to upgrade, or is it?
The One S, I don't think is going to go all the way back to the OG Xbox, but I do know that you can download stuff and replay stuff that you've had on the 360.
I know you can do that for other. I have old 360 games that I can play, but not all of them work. I have a bunch of games that actually don't work. Like, I know Mercenaries 2 doesn't work. I know.
I haven't heard anything, but I think that it's going to be an exclusive to the Xbox One X, because it's just an extra thing to throw on top of, hey, it's 4K, all these games are going to be beautiful, they're going to revamp old games to make them wonderful and beautiful looking, and hey, even if you don't want to, you can go all the way back to the Xbox original and play all the games that you ever wanted to play. I think that's going to be exclusive.
Are you going to get the Xbox Scorpio?
Yes.
I'll wait on it. I'm gonna get a Switch before I get that. I guess at the One S, and I feel like
I have to get a 4K TV though.
I have to get a real 4K TV. So I have an update with that thing I talked about last week. It turns out the was not the problem. The TV is the problem. I emailed Psyche. They have still not emailed. So I my other thing is,
buy it on what did you buy it on? The no, I thought you bought it on Black Friday. I'm like Wally World.
No, I bought
after
it
telling everyone don't buy TVs on Black Friday at Wally World.
I bought it on Cyber Monday. No, on Saturday or Sunday. I bought it after Black Friday.
Oh, okay, but still Black Friday stuff.
But the thing is, it turns out I paid regular price. Like, it's not a TV that's like Black Friday edition. Actually, I paid regular price. But the other question I have,
isn't it like a weird off-brand Chinese company?
Psyche? No, it's an off-brand British company.
Maybe for the next episode, you can do research on 4K TVs to tell people, hey, these are what you need. Because doesn't the PlayStation 4 right now do 4K games?
The PS4 Pro does 4K. The PS4 regular, I think you can upscale. Like if your TV upscales already, it'll upscale to 4K, but it's not natively.
That would be very interesting to talk about 4K TVs that have good prices and their best stats and stuff. And like,
I mean, I see Best Buy like Westinghouse 4K TVs for like $500. I don't know how good they are, but like
exactly. So like, what's your best bang for your buck, and what's the best?
So if anyone wants to send me money, so I can buy a bunch of 4K TVs and test them.
Yeah,
I really want a
independent
curved
consumer
TV.
Research.
I think the curved TVs is just a gimmick.
Yeah. Nope, I love it. I think it's so cool that you can stand, like, I can stand in the kitchen and, like, see everything that's going on in the TV in the living room, even though I'm parallel to it. I think that's the best.
I think it's gimmicky.
Well, if it's curved TV, you're not parallel. Because all the lines
okay, shut up. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm on the same axis of it.
If you're standing on the side of...
you can see it.
Yes. If you're standing somewhere, you wouldn't be able to see a regular TV either.
Yes!
So I had a question. I had an idea for a video game console. Like, something that, like, Sony or Microsoft should do. I wanted to get your opinion. You remember that Google phone or the Motorola phone that came out a few years ago that was modular?
They still make that.
Right. A modular console. You buy it, it has the console's basic graphics card, basic sound card, all that stuff. But rather than doing annual new consoles, which is what Xbox has done at this point, because they had the Xbox One, then like the next year the One S came out, then the next year now the One X comes out this year. Rather than doing that, sell components to the console that you can update yourself, like from home.
No.
Like, I'm not saying you have to like take it apart with screws or anything like that. I just think it's like there's like boxes underneath the hood. Like here's your graphics.
That sounds like a lot of dreaming on your part.
Well, I think it's.
That sounds like too much customization for me.
That's not how they make money.
Well, no, but you could, because then the company's selling.
It wouldn't happen.
Too.
That's like having that's the difference between having a computer and a console. Computer, you can fix it all yourself and change it up yourself. But a console, like, that shit comes as it is. Don't touch it. Like, it is how it is.
Oh, I have modified my PlayStation.
And that's how the consoles make money. And that's why you keep buying them every year.
Oh, I don't.
That would be in the future when people are like, no, we're done buying consoles all the time. They could come out with this new idea of, hey, we'll do a console kind of the way you have a computer, where we're going to do your little extra component thingies that you were talking about.
I think that would be, because, like, the thing is, you don't have to update it. And it gives, like, you can still issue, like, here's the graphic update. Like, here's the 4K component. Pay an extra $200, you can get this little cartridge thing you put in. You take out your old computer, put this in, you don't have to install anything, but put it right in. Like that phone from Google has.
I mean, I agree that it's a good idea. It's just not something that's gonna happen.
Right.
Ever.
Yeah. Because the thing is, for the future, this current method they're doing is not economically feasible for too long. Because, like, a phone you can upgrade annually. Because there's always something different about the phone. The camera gets better. And a phone like this, like an iPhone, you can't take, like, what's it called? You can't take it apart and upgrade anything.
Did you get a new iPhone 6 or 7?
Oh, I didn't get a new phone. I just changed my screen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, like, if I get a new phone, like, there should be a new camera and there's going to be new things in it that the old phone can't. The only real tangible difference between consoles is the graphics and sound. Getting better and better. So why should we have to pay for the new case every time? We can pay for the parts. And do it yourself. Oh, did you know in New York it's almost legal to do your own repairs on your stuff without voiding the warranty?
That's a good idea, actually.
Because, like, that's... apparently there's a law in New York in the state Senate right now that is... that would ban warranties from from opening up your technical equipment. So, like, if you, like let's say I went to fix my phones for myself, Apple couldn't void my warranty for doing Like, you have to bring it to an authorized retailer and stuff like that, because I think that technically is, like, something antitrust, but I don't know. So yeah, so that's the... Oh, one other thing we didn't touch on. Dragon Ball Fighters coming out for multi-platform. It's the next year's Dragon Ball Z game. They're not doing Xenoverse 3. And that's it. The E3. So yeah, so this week's movie is Youngblood Hawke, going from modern day video games to a movie from the 60s. This is a good idea on my part. I want to pat myself on the back for this idea, because this is a really good movie. And I also want to commend Peter for randomly selecting a movie that was not complete dog shit.
Yep.
Because let's be
You're
honest,
welcome.
I picked up this book.
Well, this is take 2.
Right, yeah, because you picked a French movie at first. I was like, I am not watching a movie in French.
What's the book called again?
It's Leonard Maltin's Classic Movie Guide for the classic. And it's just like a guide. It's an encyclopedia of all the movies that have ever come out between the silent era and 1965.
Every one?
Every one of them.
Wow. A lot of them are shit.
Yeah, that's why we got lucky with this one. We did not pick a
Because
shit movie to start.
that's when studios would sign actors to a contract, and you're like, you had to make 30 movies with us.
Yeah.
And it's like the video game Crash, where like hundreds of movies would come out like every week, and they were mostly horrible.
Yes. But this one was really good, though. This one was actually pretty good. It's about, for those of you who don't know what the movie's about, which I'm going to assume the majority of you don't.
It's based off a book series.
Is it really?
Yeah. Under the same title.
It's about a writer who moves to New York to, become a big-time author, and hijinks ensue. He's like a hick from, like, Kentucky, and they take advantage of him. That's the entire movie. Is how this poor Southern boy keeps taking advantage of him.
Sort of. But he also like gets caught up in the limelight, too.
Yeah, he in the beginning, it's more he gets taken advantage of, and then he starts using his, the fame goes to his head. After
yeah.
And the movie is it's black and white. That I don't know if people are gonna have a problem with that. I know a lot of people who would not watch a black and white movie, because it's in black and white.
Yeah, it's very weird. Like, they're still good, and their voices aren't that annoying, which is nice. That's what I hate the most about old movies, is when they have fucking stupid voices.
They don't have the Jimmy Stewart voice.
Yeah. Hate Jimmy Stewart.
Tell us how you really feel, Peter.
His name... If you just asked me what is Youngblood Hawke about, I would assume it was like a detective movie.
Yeah.
But it's not at all. But it also, I think it's it portrays certain women in a good light, because instead of just being like a housewife or being just like the woman he like sleeps with, the main like woman in this movie is the editor of like the publishing company, and it's like has a career, and so that's nice to see in a movie from the 60s.
Yeah, it's not. She's not the secretary. She's not there to
Yeah, like she's his boss basically.
The what's it called? It's a longer old movie though. That's the weird thing about it. It's long.
Yeah,
it's over 2 hours, so it's a time commitment. You're not.
It did feel like it was over 2
exactly.
hours.
It felt the length. It's like the new Transformers. It felt the length. But like I don't really know how much more to talk about this, because there's it's a really good movie, but I feel like the length is what sets it back more than anything. Like the movie
definitely
could have been shorter. Like there's no reason for it to be this long. There's obvious things you can cut out to make it shorter too.
I just went on the fun facts page, and apparently the first draft of the script would have made the movie 6 hours long.
Nice.
And they had to fight with the writer to be like, no, we can't make a 6 hour long I don't even know how this plot would stretch out 6 hours too.
Yeah. Well, no, if it's based on a book series, you do the entire series of books in one thing.
That is true, but I feel like each book should be like another incident happening or something.
Yeah. So yeah. So how would you rate this movie?
I would give it a 6.5.
I would say, I would say 7. Yeah, I would say 7. That's a solid score for the movie. It's good. I'm not saying it's bad. It's long.
That for me, it's my rewatch. It's like part of. Will I rewatch this movie? And I probably will not rewatch this movie.
Yeah, probably not. I have it in my digital. I have it in my digital thing. So
Very long.
Is it worth watching at least once?
Yeah, it's worth watching. It's not worth watching.
Yeah, I'd say it's worth watching once.
Y'all aren't doing a very good job of selling it.
For $10, it's worth watching.
It's like a lost film from the 60s.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like the end of. It did remind me a lot of like detective movies from like the 40s and 50s, but it wasn't about detective at all.
Right.
I know. It's more just about people's interactions with each other.
Gotcha.
And then he's
that's a very nice way of saying there's a lot of people talking to each other.
Well, that's what the movie is, but it does a good. Even though it's long, like it's still interesting. Even though it's just people talking to each other, it's like Mad Men. Like Mad Men is still a very good show, even though it's just people talking.
Yeah. But yeah, I would definitely recommend you watch this movie. Like it especially for $10. Don't buy the DVD.
The DVD's like $30, I think.
Yeah, just go on Amazon, buy it on the digital store, $10.
Never mind.
So we're gonna end off this week the way we have been the last few weeks. In video games, movies. Best Buy this week's ad has a bunch of Nintendo Switch games. If you manage to get your hands on a Switch, The Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus is $29.99. Puyo Puyo, Jesus fucking Christ, Puyo Puyo Tetris $29.99. Lego City Undercover for the Switch, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One. Lego City Undercover $39.99. ARMS $59.99. If you don't already have it, NBA 2K17 is down to $24.99. Mafia 3 is down to $24.99. Battlefield 1 is down to $29.99. And Tekken 7 is down to $49.99. Pro controllers for the Switch are $69.99. And you can get an expansion pass for Breath of the Wild for $19.99. Get that new DLC, which apparently, if you speedrun it, is only an hour long. Let me see if I can get a movie. Because, like, for some reason this week, they all, like, none of the things came up. Like, none of the ads went up early, unlike usual. I'm trying to do it now. Like, there's no fucking Target ad. For some reason.
I'm sorry. You're gonna cry?
Not really.
Cry.
Yeah, cry.
Also, if you are a Best Buy Gamers Club member, like I am, and you pre-order a game, like I pre-ordered Madden 18, you get a $10 reward. Because you pre-ordered, you get a $10 reward. And Gamers Club's only like $30 for the year, and you get 20% off all new game purchases. So if you buy a $60 game, you get I think like $13 off. If you buy 2 new games in a year, you've basically paid it off. Plus a $10 coupon on all pre-orders. So if you pre-order Odyssey, if you pre-order God of War, if you pre-order anything, you get a $10 reward certificate. It's not exclusive to certain games. Any pre-order gets you a $10 reward. So yeah, so that's really all we have this week. Let me just bring up our website, which I just updated to pull up our schedule. The schedule is now on the website, by the way. I did update that too. And that Father's Day ad on the side is no longer there anymore.
What is our website?
30minutereviews.com.
Okay.
With the numbers or spelled out?
Spelled out. So let me see, where am I? We are just the Youngblood
Dr.
Hawk.
Peter, for those people out there who can't spell it, you should spell it.
It's THIRTYMINUTEREVIEWS.com.
Dot.
And that .com is dot .com.
.cum.
I'm gonna rework the schedule because I really don't want to cover Cars at this point or Transformers. So I'll just skip right to Spider-Man.
Which
we'll
one?
do Spider-Man 2002, the OG, as we said before. Then we have Rise of the Planet of the Apes, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes the next week. Then Interstellar and John Wick Chapter 2. Or we can just omit John Wick and just do that later. Have another opening. We can do Snake Pit then.
What's Snake Pit?
That was that movie I told you about last night with the woman who wakes up. It's from like 1943. She wakes up in the mental institution.
I was like, I know you just told me this, but I already forgot.
Like I saw part of it. Me and my mom watched part of it on TCM. It's a really good movie. And there's a guy, like, it's hilarious because, like, remember when we talked about A Clockwork Orange, we talked about how the movie is very obviously anti-behavioral psychology approach.
Yes.
Snake Pit is very much a pro-Freudian psychology approach movie, and, like, complete with the doctor. Anytime he enters the room, he has a pipe in his mouth, and he takes it out and holds the pipe like a jar like that, and he's just talking about how, like, yes, when you were a child, you wanted to fuck your dad, so that's why you're having this issue right now. Not in so many words, of course, but like. Are you
talking about like Freud and all that?
Yeah.
Sorry, I zoned out for a minute, and then that was all I heard was you wanted to fuck your dad.
The movie is very pro-Freud, but it is a really good movie. So maybe we'll do that instead of John. We'll save John Wick Chapter 2 for the inevitable John Wick Chapter 3 that week. Because that movie was so good, and it did such a good job. It's been a very strong year for movies.
That was a very good movie.
If you're looking for a recommendation for a movie to see in theaters before Spider-Man comes out, Baby Driver. Absolutely fucking see Baby Driver. It's great.
The House.
What's that?
The Will Ferrell movie.
Okay, you're gonna think I'm insane. I saw the trailer for Daddy's Home 2. It doesn't look that bad.
It probably is. The House is actually getting it has a 30 on Metacritic right now.
But the thing, Daddy's Home 2 has Mel Gibson in it. Like,
okay.
The premises at the end of Daddy's Home, I guess Mark Wahlberg and Will Ferrell made up at the end of the movie. So like they're friendly now. So they're having Christmas like as a big family with the ex-husband, current husband, and family, and they bring in everyone's family. So Mel Gibson is Mark Wahlberg's dad, and he's exactly just Mel Gibson. So like,
and John Lithgow is the other dad.
Yeah, and like there's one point where they bring Mel Gibson home, and it's like, and the kid's like, "Oh, tell us a joke," and he goes, "Okay, 2 dead hookers wash up on the beach," and Mark Wahlberg's like, "No," and like pushes them away. I think the movie looks better than Pitch Perfect 3, which looks absolutely god awful.
Wow, that is some high standards.
Well, Pitch Perfect wasn't that. Have you seen Pitch Perfect?
Nope.
Pitch Perfect is not that bad.
It's so cute. You're missing out, Peter.
Pitch Perfect 2
Peter,
is bad.
you like Mamma Mia, right?
I do like Mamma Mia.
You will like Pitch Perfect.
I think that's a stretch to put those 2 movies in the same sentence. But okay.
They're singing.
Okay.
So shut up.
I don't like Mamma Mia because of their singing. I like it because of ABBA.
I don't think anyone said Mamma Mia is a great movie because of the singing. Like,
yeah, Pierce Brosnan singing.
Any song that they're singing, it's the best.
No,
I mean any movie that they're singing,
I like Mamma Mia because the plot makes no sense, and then there's just people screaming ABBA songs.
Exactly. Which did you know that up until this week, Mamma Mia was the highest grossing movie of all time, directed by a woman?
It should be. So
it's no longer Wonder Woman has been.
Wonder Woman's destroyed everything.
It's until Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again comes out. It will be the highest grossing movie.
Good.
Are you excited for that?
I heard that there's another Mamma Mia.
The prequel movie. Next year, the prequel.
Oh wait, did you see how that person died recently? And it was basically an Always Sunny in Philadelphia
You're
episode.
gonna have to be a little bit more specific.
Okay.
About how that person
Well,
died.
this boyfriend and girlfriend, and the boyfriend said that a bullet can't go through a book.
Oh, I heard about that.
And then the girlfriend said, yes, it can. So then he held a book up to his chest, and then she shot it, and the bullet went through the book.
Well, I know this year's Darwin Award.
Why don't you just hold the book not up to your chest when you're testing to see if a bullet can go
That's
through
why
it?
they're Darwin Award winners.
Also, someone just died because they tried to have sex with an alligator.
That's how I want to go.
They were trying to rape an alligator, and the alligator did not want to get raped.
And as you would expect. I don't think anyone's like, yeah, let this happen. Like, if I were an alligator, I'd be like, why the fuck is this person doing? Like,
I think you'd go, snack.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know that in Colorado it's illegal to have weeds in your yard?
That
Weeds?
sounds-
Like actual weeds.
That sounds like a really weird.
Yeah.
Is it to make sure everyone's yards look nice?
I don't know. It's weird.
They try to prevent invasive.
Just fun fact. You know what? I have to ask, Peter. Is that like your food shelf behind you?
That's part of it. Oh, it's like...
Because all I see is like a box of cereal and like one thing of like pasta.
Yeah, that's the edge of it. That's Bisquick. And then there's pasta. But there's other stuff behind it. And then my kitchen has stuff in it too.
It doesn't look like there's that much stuff. So it looks like you're like living off of pasta and now Bisquick.
No.
Yeah, you don't do that?
No, that's mostly fruit. There's like all fruit behind it. And then above that, I have all spices and coffee and tea. And then below that is like baking stuff, like flour, but also like a toaster and other like appliances. But then I have more stuff in the kitchen.
And pasta?
Okay. I'm pretty sure Peter just eats pancakes and pasta.
Yeah, that's it. I just sprinkle Bisquick over my pasta and call it a day. It gives me all my nutrients.
So yeah, so
do you just sprinkle a little sugar because you can't get the maple syrup?
Yeah, I actually do have maple syrup. I haven't had pancakes in forever, but I do have maple syrup in my refrigerator.
Oh, okay. So maple syrup pancake pasta?
Yep, it's like Elf.
And sprinkles.
Yeah. So we'll be back next week with Spider-Man, the first of the Sam Raimi movies.
Cool.
To get us ready for Spider-Man: Homecoming, which a lot of people are not very excited for.
I'm not.
Or at least my one coworker who actually likes this kind of stuff, she said she's not interested because it's another white man. I had to explain to her why that's Salon. Like, remember? Did we talk about that Salon article or no?
I don't know.
The one with I know I talked to you about it. I don't know about it on the podcast. The one where it's like 8 female superheroes you could have introduced in Civil War that were better than Spider-Man, or better option than Spider-Man, and then it's like Captain Marvel. Like, okay, Captain Marvel's too strong for this. Look what they had to do with Vision and Scarlet Witch. They kind of just broke up the fight whenever it got too real. And then it's like Monica Rambeau, again, a cosmic hero. Why? Miss Marvel. Or Kamala Khan Miss Marvel, which they don't have Inhumans in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, so why would you introduce an Inhuman in this movie? The reason why Spider-Man works there is because we know his origin. You can gloss over that and just get right to here's Spider-Man again. So this is why we're getting Spider-Man: Homecoming now, with Vulture, or Birdman, the bad guy. I'm sure that Michael Keaton was like, this will be hilarious when he took the role. So yeah, so this will be a fun movie. So we'll be back with Spider-Man next week. Okay, no one to say bye? Okay.
Bye!
Let's just sit here in awkward silence until someone acknowledges it.
Bye.
Bye.